If you're a musician entrepreneur and you're wondering how you can start leveraging your time more effectively, there is no better way than to realize how combining your expertise with artificial intelligence is the absolute way that you can scale your expertise while also creating more access to your knowledge so that your clients can get results. And this can be a complement to your human connection. Let's dive into this episode to share how I've been able to do it and how our clients are being able to benefit from a custom built AI that can scale my knowledge and how you can do it too. Welcome to the Musicians Creating Prosperity podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Fabiana Claure. And in today's episode, we are talking about artificial intelligence and how you can document your knowledge and take one step further than not only creating an online platform where you can save your knowledge through videos, handouts, templates, but now with the use of artificial intelligence, why you want to start thinking about how you can systematize your proprietary knowledge so that you can actually build custom GPTs, custom AIs that would allow you to expand access to your methodology so that your clients can benefit from your knowledge while also still interacting with you in real time and having that added human connection. In the past, when we have thought about documenting videos, handouts, PDFs, and documenting our knowledge in a way that would allow our clients and anyone who wants to access our expertise to be able to do it asynchronously, right? Watching those materials, etc. Whether you were documenting that knowledge in live videos like most of our clients have done. In fact, when it comes to building an online platform, we absolutely recommend creating the materials in real time, live with your paying clients, not pre-recording everything. Because if you try to pre-record all of your knowledge and build videos in isolation, in a vacuum, if you will, then it's a lot more difficult to just know what you're actually creating is really relevant, right? But once you have been able to create a database of resources, a system where you have hopefully been sharing your knowledge with your clients in real time, whether it's through Zoom meetings or other type of interactions where you know that the materials that you have built are valuable, that they're needed, they're appreciated, and you know that you have a system, you know that you have a framework. This is when you can now take that body of knowledge and amplify it into the next level, which is leveraging artificial intelligence. You see, no longer should you only be building a platform for your clients to access your knowledge on their own, but also you want to be exploring how can you create custom AI features that would allow you to educate this AI and to inform it with your intellectual property and then build a custom version of your knowledge so that your clients can access that as well and benefit from having access to your intellectual property without needing to be face to face with you only. Now, what is the difference between just recording your videos, recording your knowledge in videos and in PDFs, etc.? The difference is that when you document your knowledge that way, that is a starting point. It is a great thing to do. In fact, if as up until now, if you are not building a framework through what you know, then you're probably feeling very, very trapped in a time for money model, right? And hopefully, if you've been listening to these episodes in this podcast series, like everything we're talking about here is about scaling that model, changing that model so that you can actually build trainings, resources, a library of materials over time, right? Ideally, you will have created them in real time with your clients so that you can now give your clients access to those resources and then still meet with them in a weekly masterclass, have those direct touch points, ideally in a group container, right? Where you're not necessarily doing one-on-one. But that's the baseline model that we've been talking about all throughout this podcast series. But today I want to bring in a newer conversation, a more recent conversation, something that I've been thinking about and that I've been developing for my own clients. And this is why I want to bring it to you all, because I think this is the new era. This is the new moment we're in, where not only do you have the opportunity to create videos and handouts and templates, but now you could also look at customizing your own intellectual property into a custom built artificial intelligence, such as a custom ChatGPT or something like that, that would allow you to say, here is my assistant, right? And this is what we've done and the work we do with musicians. We documented all of my resources, my trainings, all of the things that I have been building over the years. And we inserted those into a custom built artificial intelligence and basically taught it to draw from that intellectual property, from that framework, from the trainings and the materials that I've developed over time in order to provide insights and input and guidance to the users of this custom built AI. And so we called it the Musician's Marketing Maestro. And this is our proprietary AI based on all of my intellectual property, all of my brain basically has been inserted into this custom ChatGPT. Now, why am I bringing this to today's episode and to our podcast is because this is the future. This is what I would encourage all of our listeners to start thinking about for your own intellectual property. How can you start thinking about, first of all, documenting, systematizing, tracking? What are the things that you do in the day-to-day when you're working with clients that gets them results, right? Whether it's recording the videos that you're interacting with them, if you're teaching something, starting to think not just, hey, I'll make a video about this, but also how can I start breaking down the methodologies that I'm using in this moment and then creating a framework so that you can take that framework and you can install it in your own custom ChatGPT, right? And you can build your own custom AI that can then assist your clients. Now, if you have any concerns about, hey, this might dilute my essence, this is not going to be impersonal, this may lose the impact of what my human guidance could achieve, I want to help you forget about that and actually realize that if you are able to leverage artificial intelligence and specifically a custom built AI as an assistant to your human touch, it will no longer present any sort of threat. You're not going to cannibalize your offer. You're not going to threaten your ability to add value and to provide value in the way you work with clients. Quite the contrary. You're actually going to be able to amplify the impact that you can make because now your clients will be able to go deeper in the moments they are in front of you. And hopefully, if you follow the models that we have been sharing in this podcast throughout all these episodes, the model is usually a weekly group session, like an office hour, a Q&A, a masterclass session where people can come and interact with you. So no matter whether you have video recordings available or you're still building them as you go, or if you have a custom built AI, you'll still have that weekly touch point with your clients that will allow you to still develop that insight, that customization, that personalization that is so critical and important, right? And ideally, not only will you have a weekly live meeting with your clients or your students, but you also have asynchronous points of support where they can send you questions and they can ask you things on their own time and you can answer them on your own time. Like that's what we do, right? We have our weekly meetings, but then we have a platform where if anyone needs any additional support from us, they could just post those questions throughout the week. And my team and I are there basically answering them as we need to, right? And so that creates an incredible value because now your clients know they can get access to the answers they need whether or not they're face-to-face in front of you. So building this custom AI will only serve as an accelerator, right? As an accelerator to be able to say, okay, here is my basically framework. This is my methodology. And if you use my custom AI, you'll be able to start putting things in place without having to come to me for the basic questions. They're already covered. And then by the time you're meeting with your clients, then all you're doing is going deeper because they've already covered the essential elements. Similarly to the concept of having video recordings and materials that are now, sharing what you have taught once, right? You teach something once, you record it, and now you keep it and you can keep going from there. Similar to that concept, now having an artificial intelligence that is custom designed based on your knowledge, that's exactly what you'll be able to provide to your clients and say, hey, not only do you have videos and access to me, but now you have an assistant that will be giving you those direct answers. And the difference between a video and a handout and a PDF and a custom built AI is that the custom built AI is artificial intelligence. It's a brain. It can go back and forth, offering insights, suggestions, answering questions, prompting more discussion. It doesn't stop, right? It's not like, here's the information unidirectional, only one way. Artificial intelligence creates a conversation. Hey, quick break. After working with hundreds of musicians, I noticed something fascinating. Most of us are trying to fix the wrong problems in our businesses. That's why I created this 3-minute quiz at fabianaclaure.com/quiz. It helps you cut through the noise and discover what's truly holding your music business back, not just the surface level challenges you might be focused on right now. When you're caught in the day-to-day hustle, it's nearly impossible to see the root causes limiting your growth. This quiz will help you identify your unique musician CEO profile, uncover your actual growth blocker, almost never what you think it is. Get tailored strategies based on your specific situation and receive a clear path forward in your personalized report. Musicians who've taken it often tell me, I've been working on the wrong things for months. Give yourself the gift of clarity at fabianaclaure.com/quiz. Now, back to our conversation. And so if you build your own custom AI, then this is what will allow you to have almost like an assistant in your program. Think of it as a facilitator of your knowledge is not going to replace you, but it will be facilitating your own intellectual property so that the basic things, and even more than basic things that your clients need, they can access it through that custom AI. And then they can come to you with much more deeper questions, questions that are going to truly create those breakthroughs, those epiphanies, and will allow you as the leader, as the coach, to bypass the fundamentals, to bypass having to go back from square one and to have to cover things that are essentially basic, right? When you have not only your proprietary base of knowledge through videos, handouts, etc., but also you're building artificial intelligence assistants through custom AIs, that's going to allow you to create massive leverage and to help your clients get insane results that will only elevate the cost and the value and the deliverables that your program can offer, giving you a chance to expand your impact, significantly raise the prices of what you're offering, right? And at the same time, feel that you have leverage in the way your clients are getting results. They're not needing to be dependent all the time on needing to be interacting with you in order to get results. So what we've done now since around mid 2024 is we've built our own custom built AI through this process of really looking at, okay, what are the things that we know when clients come in and work with us? What are those steps that they take that we know can get them to the point of packaging their knowledge, understanding how to position themselves in the marketplace, how to build a personal brand? What are the things that we know they need in order to package their offer, to design their online program, right? Because a lot of our clients come in and they go from maybe teaching one-on-one lessons or gigging or maybe having a university job to wanting to build an online business where they can now document their knowledge, right? Build those systems and then work in a teaching modality with other students, other clients, whether it's a mentorship program, a coaching container, a teaching program, but some way of sharing their expertise. So there are certain steps that we take with our clients that gets them from not really knowing how to package their knowledge online specifically or strategically to then being able to package their knowledge. Or if they have already been working online, maybe they had it in a wrong model. They were not structured correctly. They were over delivering in terms of time commitment or undercharging. So whether it's packaging something and building it from scratch or optimizing what they already had built, but they had some gaps in their model, either way, we have a system, we have a process that we take them through that goes through certain steps. So as we started looking at building our custom built AI, we had to break down, okay, what are the things that we know when a client comes in, whether they're trying to package their knowledge for the first time or they have already been working online and they're just needing to accelerate what they've done and optimize it, let's say, recalibrate it, right? What are the things we take them through? So we know we have a step that has to do with branding. We know we have a step that has to do with designing their offer. We know we have a step that has to do with learning how to sell a premium model, because all our clients typically build offers that are priced around $2,000 to $6,000 to begin with for like a 6-month group program. Then we know that we have to help them build a marketing engine that will allow them to attract clients organically initially, right? And then from there, yes, they can scale it with ad spend, etc. But first, we want to always make sure that they have a way of validating their message and making sure that people are responding effectively to what they're putting out there without having to invest in additional advertising. Because if you start putting money behind ads and you haven't validated your offer, when I say validated, I mean if you have not received any proof that the message is resonating, that people are expressing an interest, that they understand what you're offering, that they have interest in it, and that they're willing to invest in it, that they're willing to pay to access that. If you don't have that yet proven, it's very dangerous to start putting money behind ads and just putting money out in that way. Because if it fails, you don't know if it's the messaging, it's the proof of concept, it's the audience, or if it's actually the ads in and of themselves. So this is why we have certain steps that as we started building the AI, we asked ourselves, okay, knowing that these are the steps that we take clients through, how can we now make sure that our artificial intelligence serves as an assistant in each of these steps, right? So we didn't just create a knowledge base in it. Like the whole point of it is it's not just supposed to be like an encyclopedia, right? We want the AI to be an actual team member for our clients, to assist them in the brainstorming process, in helping them understand how to build their strategic messaging statement, how to build that initial brand positioning that will allow them to communicate to people who they are, what they do, why it matters, right? So we've developed a series of steps where the AI will ask them some questions. It'll prompt them with some specific things that based on those answers, then it'll create an initial brand proposal. And then from there, we went into like how to connect that initial brand into an actual offer, then how to communicate that effectively in a sales system. And from there, we started kind of building, okay, what are the next challenges challenges that they're going to face as they go through our process, right? So, regardless of where you're at in this process, if you have not even thought about systematizing your knowledge, right? Hopefully, this episode will give you the motivation to show you all the things that are available to you if you decide that you want to systematize your knowledge, like you want to build a framework. And believe me, if you don't think you have a framework, trust me, you do. You've just never thought about it, right? So if you're still in those early stages of like, what is my framework? I don't really know if I have a framework. How could I go from there to actually building, a curriculum, creating videos, and then from there, creating a custom built artificial intelligence assistant, like a brain, if you will, downloading all of my knowledge into an AI system. Like if you're feeling that that's a huge road ahead, but you're interested in seeing how you could evolve and document and proprietary and document, productize your knowledge, then we would be happy to support you. Just simply book a call through a link here. We have a link in the show notes, and I'll be happy to look at things with you, either me or someone on my team, and help you see what you need to do to start figuring out how to create more scale in the way you're working, how to potentially start putting the first things in place to document your knowledge, to make it a proprietary asset. And if you already are working with clients and you already have an online program and you want to be able to now start leveraging artificial intelligence more strategically, the same thing applies. We're here to help you not just document your knowledge, but also create the best leverage that you can. And believe me when I say artificial intelligence is now what is allowing successful entrepreneurs to create the impact that you're here to create. It is not only creating videos, it is not only creating handouts, downloading your knowledge in PDFs and swipe files. It is now stepping into leveraging AI and understanding how to build it as an assistant in your business, not only for you in your like business operations. And I've done another episode on like how to use AI in your business. You can check it out. Look for AI, in my podcast. There's other episodes on that. But today, this episode is specifically about helping you realize how much more leverage you could be creating for your clients and for your own knowledge if you were to go from not just documenting your knowledge into videos and handouts, but also now looking into the possibility of creating your own custom AI, your own custom GPT, so that your clients can access your assistant, right? It can be your brain on demand 24/7, assisting your clients in the things they need, whether they want to improve their musical skills, whether they want to learn how to apply to colleges and universities and get scholarships, whether they want to overcome a performance related injury, whether they want to perhaps learn how to step into more confidence on stage and beat performance anxiety, whatever it is that you know that you can help people achieve, right? Whatever problem you can solve for your clients, trust me, if you solve someone's problem, that means you have a formula, you have a system. And the sooner you can learn to document that system, to productize that system. And again, this isn't about just making it impersonal, just hands off, but this is about using it as a complement to an online model where you're still going to be in touch with your clients. You're still going to be interacting with them. And the AI, and especially specifically your custom AI, will amplify that experience and will amplify the results that they can get, so that by the time they come and meet with you, you already have a lot of those bases covered, and you can go so much deeper in the problem solving process and help your clients experience much more deeper breakthroughs because they've already covered the fundamental things that are already there through your knowledge, whether it's videos, whether it's your custom AI, or any other way of leveraging technology, and specifically artificial intelligence. So I hope this helps. And if you have any questions about how you can do this, always, we're here to help you. Feel free to reach out. And if this episode got you the juices flowing, you're excited, please leave us a review. Let us know what else you would like for us to talk about in this podcast. As always, we're here to serve. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Until next time, let's prosper together.